Well, Cruz, all eyes and ears are on you. What are you going to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is make a phone call. I'd appreciate it if you'd all wait here for me until I get back. I'll try not to be too long.
Cruz, wait. Nobody needs to say anything about this. We could all keep it between us.
All 14 of us?
No one will say anything. Please. For Mama. For all of us.
I'm going to make that phone call.
I'm ready to go to jail if that's what's necessary.
Sophia, I am as guilty as you are. If they sentence you, then I'm going right along with you.
This is crazy. No one should be sent to jail. Everyone in this room knows it was an accident.
The law may not see it that way.
Well, there are ways around that, Mason.
Not if Cruz files charges. Then it's going to be almost impossible to keep Sophia out of jail.
Suppose he doesn't file.
Well, then we have to worry about someone here leaking the information. Then there's going to be an uproar. No charges are filed, not even a police report. People will say there was a whitewash, that Cruz was bought off. Another case of the rich playing fast and loose with the laws of society.
And the man has a point.
Good point.
So in other words, no matter what Cruz decides, he can't win?
I'm afraid that's exactly the case.
I will go to jail. I will do whatever is necessary. You needn't worry.
Mama, we don't want that. We don't want you to go to jail. We'll get around it. We don't care about public opinion.
Well, that's fine, Eden, if you just want to lead an unconventional lifestyle. It's not so fine if you want to get away with murder.
For God's sakes, Mason, listen to what you're saying.
Well, I'm sorry, Dad. That's not putting it very well. I just want people to be aware of what we're dealing with here. It's not up to us to forgive or condemn. That's going to be Cruz's decision. In other words, our fate, or rather your fate, Sophia, is in his hands.
Hello?
Yeah, it's me.
Cruz, finally, where are you?
At the Capitol House. I want you to get over here as fast as you can, Gillis, and bring a backup.
What does that mean? Are you going to make an arrest?
Please don't ask. Just get over here fast.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Listen, Maggie, when you come in, try to do something about the press. They're outside at the gates. See if you can get rid of them, will you? I got enough trouble on my hands already.
You, Santana. I was responsible for the death of the man that you loved. Oh, I see in your eyes.
See? Yes. For all the victims. For Channing, Joe, you, Cece.
And all because of me.
Sophia, you're not the fault. I was the one that loaded the gun. If I hadn't done that, none of this would have happened. You're not going to face this alone. Your family and friends who are around you were not going to desert you.
Sounds like you're on your way out, Gina.
Not true at all. He just feels sorry for her. He's just trying to make her feel better.
Obviously, my hearing's more acute than yours.
Mother, would you quit it?
I'm just talking the truth.
What's Cruz doing? I mean, shouldn't she be taken away? Shouldn't she be arraigned? That can do something.
We'll find out soon enough, Gina.
Must be the blood we share. I can almost read your thoughts before you think them.
Oh, really? What am I thinking now, Mason?
About the potential explosion between you and Cruz if he does what we both think he will probably do.
Don't you ever quit?
Weekends and holidays. Unfortunately, today is neither.
I asked you to wait.
Can I talk to you for a moment?
Even I'm sorry, baby, but I don't...
Please don't do anything to her. Not after all she's been through. Please don't punish her for something that she's been punished so much as it is.
Cruz, what's going on? We're waiting for you.
I know, Mr. C. I'll be right in. We both will. Eden? Marcello, you're going to be formally charged with the destruction of the tunnel and the resulting death of Hank Judson, as well as the attempted murder of Mr. C.
Yes, but I want to know what you're going to do about Sophia. It's the only thing that I care about.
Have you reached a decision about her yet?
No, Mason, I haven't.
Cruz, that isn't fair. You promised a decision.
Cruz, you can't just keep her dangling like this while you make up your mind.
There's nothing to decide.
Yeah, there's a great deal to decide, Eden. Obviously, you weren't paying close attention to what I said before.
I am not interested in what you have to say, Mason. All I want to know is if there is a possibility, a remote possibility, that you are going to decide against Sophia. Is there?
I'm going to think about it overnight, Eden. I'll make my decision tomorrow.
Now, that isn't right, Cruz. You're going to put her through hell for 24 hours. Why should she suffer anything like that?
Hey, Dad's right, man. Why can't you make a decision now, Cruz?
It's all right. I can live through the night. I'll be fine.
You understand, I'm not trying to make you suffer any more than you already have, but this is a very difficult situation.
I understand.
Well, I don't. I don't accept it. Maybe Sophia does, but I protest this bitterly.
I think we should just let Cruz do his job. He's an honest and a fair man. He'll do what's right.
You don't have to defend me, Mason.
Well, maybe not, Cruz, but I think people need to be reminded of what you've accomplished. Solved a murder that none of the rest of us could. I think you've at least earned the right to take a little time making your decision.
Thank you. In the meantime, I don't want anybody in this room to say anything to anybody outside of this room. Now, what happened here and how it happened is to be kept among us. I want you all to promise me that.
Well, I won't promise. I didn't join any secret society. I'll talk to anyone and say anything I like.
Augusta, that is a very callous attitude.
Well, I don't think it is. I've suffered enough with these people. I don't want to be bullied by them. I don't see why I should be concerned with their sensibilities now.
Don't you two start fighting now. 2 minutes in the same room, and it's the same old story. But, Mother, just calm down, all right?
Warren, just take me out of here.
It's a good idea, Warren. Take her out. She's not brightening any corners here.
I'm sure that's the way you feel. All you care about is Sophia. And they can't take that away from you, can they?
Well, let's just go, okay? Excuse us. Are we all free to leave?
Yes, as long as you don't go anywhere where I can't reach you.
No need to worry about that, is there?
Thanks. Marcello, why don't you come with me now? I'm going to put you someplace safe until Maggie gets here. I'll be back.
I guess I'll go now, too.
Mr. Smith, I would like to have a word with you. Would you wait for me in the atrium?
Cece, if you need me, I'll be right outside. I just want to make sure Brandon's all right.
All right, Gina. Come on, Con, let's go.
Sophia, if you'll allow me, I'd like to offer my services to represent you.
You're offering what?
If Cruz arrests her, she's going to need an attorney. I was offering her my services.
Well, we don't want them. If she wants an attorney, I'll get her one. You're not going to represent anybody.
You're very hard on him, Cece.
We'll talk about it later. Come on.
Sophia, you have been staying at the guest house here, haven't you?
Yes?
Well, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't go anywhere else tonight.
No, whatever you want.
All right, let's talk about it.
Go ahead, talk. You already know how I feel.
I'd like to think you understood the awkward position this whole thing puts me in, Eden.
Yes, I do. But I also understand the position that my mother's in. Don't you?
Yes, she could be in a great deal of trouble.
If you so deem it.
I may not have a choice.
You know you do.
Cruz, I just wanted to let you know I'm here.
Yeah, good. Gillis, come in for a second.
What's going on?
I want you to take Marcello down to the station and see that he's booked.
Attempted murder?
Yeah, that and a couple of other things. It was Marcello who set the fire at the hotel, and it was Marcello who was responsible for the explosion in the tunnel, which caused Hank Judson's death. I think that ought to be enough to hold him for a while.
He was behind all of that?
Yes, he was. I'd also like you to send Officer Delgado back here and tell him to be prepared to spend the night.
You're putting Mama under house arrest.
At the moment, she's not under any kind of arrest.
Then what do you need an officer here for? What do you think she's going to do, try and escape?
I just think it would be for the best. She's been through a tough experience, and I'd like somebody to be with her.
We are here for her. Her family is here for her. We don't need any officer hanging around trying to make sure she's okay. My family just got her back again, Cruz. And we're not going to let her go.
I'm gonna go home soon. You gonna come? Eden, I care deeply for your mother. I know she's been through hell. This whole thing is a ridiculous tragedy. And I realize what it must feel like for you to have finally found her again and to just learn to love her.
I don't understand why you're having so much trouble.
Baby, please. Just come home with me. We gotta get out of here. Please, Eden, please.
Cruz, is it absolutely essential that Sophia stay here tonight?
Why?
Well, I'm not comfortable having her in the house. I don't like her around Brandon.
Why not?
I don't think you have anything to fear from Sophia.
Of course she doesn't. She wouldn't hurt Brandon. She wouldn't hurt anybody.
We all know that's not true.
She was sick then, Gina.
Well, I don't want to take the chance of her having a relapse. I mean, it's bound to get out. I don't want Brandon to hear this story. What is he going to think?
You are incredible.
Cruz, I hope you make the right decision.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get Sophia out of Daddy's life. Well, let me tell you something. He loves her, and she loves him. And deep down, they both know that they belong together. And whatever happens to her, you're going to lose Daddy anyway. And there's not a thing you can do about it, Gina. Cruz, let's say goodnight.
Like hell there isn't. I can do plenty.
Mama, I don't want you to feel like I'm deserting you.
Oh, Eden, I'd never feel that. I want you to be with Cruz. I'll be fine.
Well, we'll see this thing through together. All of us, we will. Won't we, Ted?
Now, you bet we will. And, Mom, at least we're here all together in the same house. Now that's something to fight for.
It goes for me, too, Mom.
I can't tell you what it means to me. That you're all with me. You're standing behind me right now. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here with me.
I find it very difficult to face all of you after what's happened, what we've done.
Daddy, it's okay. I mean, if we get closer together, I mean, if there's more understanding and tolerance in our family, that's what's going to mean the most.
My darlings, come here. I know this is so awful, so painful for all of you. And I want you to understand. I would understand if you didn't forgive me.
Now, Mom, that is foolish. All right, we know you didn't mean what happened. We all know that, right?
And Eden's right, Mom. I think if we try to recapture some of the love we used to have for each other, we'll have salvaged something really important.
I think we've been blessed with some pretty terrific children, Sophia.
Baby, come here. Damn it.
Sorry to burst in on you. I called earlier and there was no answer. So I decided to take a chance to see if you were here on the way home.
Oh, no problem. Come on in. Eden, you know Tony Patterson, the DA. This is Eden Capwell.
Hi, how are you, Mr. Patterson?
What can I do for you?
I know you're on the brink of solving the Channing Capo murder case, and I want to know how it went.
Well, I really shouldn't talk about that right now. We've got a couple things still to sort out.
I'm afraid I think I need a few more specifics. I mean, we're going to prosecute. We're gearing up to prosecute no matter who's accused. But I want to know who your suspect is.
You know, I wish I could tell you, man, but, listen, why don't we get together tomorrow morning?
And what would a few hours, what difference would that make?
The difference between certainty and guesswork.
I want a name on my desk. First thing tomorrow morning, understood?
Understood.
Good night, Miss Capwell.
Well, we know where your boss stands. Hope you don't feel like you need to be loyal to someone like that.
You know what just occurred to me? We haven't even begun to discuss the wedding, which is tomorrow. Now, why don't we just deal with that?
Cruz? What are you going to do about my mother?
I can't tell you what I'm going to do with your mother because I honestly don't know.
Why aren't you sure?
Babe, please. Couldn't this wait till the morning?
I know what you're going to do. The honest thing. The proud thing. You're going to do your job.
Eden.
Well, I'm not going to stay here and watch you polish your police badge. I'm going to be with my family, where I belong.
Hi, honey. What are you doing here?
I saw your light. I thought maybe you want some company.
Oh, yes. Come in. I do.
Thank you.
Darling, you went home with Cruz. What happened?
Well, he hasn't made up his mind yet, and I really didn't want to stay there. Guess I just wanted to know if maybe he wanted to talk.
I'm so glad you're here.
Sorry it's so late.
I don't even know what time it is.
It's about 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. Oh, well, that means it's 4 hours till dawn. No, I'm not going to sleep tonight at all. It's not late for me. It's early.
The main thing I want you to know from me is that I understand what happened was an accident. And I don't blame you any more than I blame Daddy for loaning the gun. And I want you to know I love you. I really do love you.
I love you, too. I love you so much. Oh, boy. It makes me feel so good inside to hear you say that.
I can get you something to make you sleep. I have to go back to the house.
No, honey. It's all right. Eden, the truth is that I'm afraid to go to sleep. For so many years, I have dreamed about Channing's death, and I didn't know what the nightmares meant. Now that I know the truth, sleep frightens me. It's not a dream anymore. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
And I am suddenly afraid of the future. I'm afraid of what Cruz is going to decide.
I'm afraid, too.
The trouble is, I got this decision to make, and I don't seem to be able to make it.
Seems to me you're always pretty good at making decisions. I'm sorry I can't help you.
Oh, that's cool. I don't think anybody can help at this point.
I'm going to go see if I can rustle up a nightcap, okay?
Yeah.
Channing! I killed my own son!
The gun shouldn't have fired. I unloaded the pistol. I never would have pulled that trigger. I only wanted to frighten Lyle.
You heard what happened, Cruz. It was an accident.
She didn't remember. She had no idea. Don't do anything to her, please. How can you want to see her punished?
You know, Eden and I were supposed to try to get married again today. And here I am trying to decide whether or not to press charges against her mother. That's really one more of life's little ironies, don't you think?
You think she'll understand if you do it?
The signals aren't promising. Nicky, what do you think, man? Can you do something you know is wrong and still live with yourself afterwards?
You sure you don't want some hot chocolate? It might just do the trick.
I don't think so, thanks.
You used to love it when you were little, with animal crackers, remember?
Animal crackers?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound like me.
Oh, it was like you. You ate your animal crackers very selectively. Just pick out the ones you wanted. I was always afraid you'd grow up to be a zoologist or a big game hunter or something. And when I'd ask you what you wanted to be when you grew up, you'd say to me, I want to be somebody's wife, somebody's mother, just like you, Mama.
I don't remember that.
Well, you were very, very young. And so very sweet. I'll be back in a minute.
Hey, brother. Everything okay?
Yeah. Been playing all night, Inspector.
Listen, you want to take a break and go up to the house for a while? I'm going to hang around here.
Thanks.
Hi.
Betty. I'm so glad to see you.
I couldn't sleep. I think I've gotten kind of used to having you next to me.
It hasn't been easy for me either. What about Mama?
I don't know, Eden.
I thought that's why you came. Because you were going to tell me everything was all right.
I'm trying to find a way to make everything be all right, but I haven't yet.
Good night, then. Mama, wake up. Wake up. You're dreaming. Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay?
Eden, I want to go to Channing's grave. I want to see it. Even though he died 6 years ago, it's like just a few hours to me. I need to go there.
All right, I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
No. You're getting married today to Cruz. You can't do that.
Oh, come on. I'm going to go with you. You know how I am when I make up my mind. I'm very much my mother's daughter.
Channing. How can I ever explain this terrible mistake, this terrible tragedy? Whatever you are, please know that I love you. I never meant to hurt you. And I'd give anything if I could bring you back. Please, please forgive me. My son, please forgive me.
I know how deeply you loved your son. Nothing I've done was meant to deny that.
I understand. So what's your decision?
You said you needed the night to think about it. Have you reached a decision yet, Cruz?
I've been trying to get him to tell me that since we left the house yesterday.
I couldn't tell you because I didn't know.
May I say something first?
Of course.
6 years ago, well, I've come a long way since then. And I know that I was obsessed with anger and hate and fear of Lionel Lockridge. But even 6 years ago, Cruz, I only meant to frighten him. You have to believe me when I tell you that.
I do believe you.
And since then, I've found my family again. And I've won their love. And Eden, and Kelly, and Ted, and even Cece have forgiven me. And I think it's been very good for everyone that I've been back. I think I came back at a good time, and I like to think it's been good for them.
We love you, and we need you.
Cruz, I promised myself that I wouldn't beg. But this is so important for so many people. Please, don't take us away from each other again. My children have forgiven me, and they've found it in their hearts to understand, and I am begging you. Give me another chance.
Don't you think she deserves it? After all, what happened because she was ill. She shouldn't be punished for that.
I'm not trying to punish anyone. That's not what this is about.
What is it about? Deciding whether she should be punished? Doing your job? Your job comes before everything else, before kindness, before compassion.
Kindness and compassion were not meant to enter in at this
point.
Well,
they should. There shouldn't be law without leniency. There shouldn't be justice without forgiveness. Do you think that you and I are going to be able to stay together if you take away someone as precious to me as my mother?
You mean there's no room in your heart for forgiveness either, is that it?
Please, Cruz, Eden, don't let this come between the two of you. I have enough on my conscience now. He hasn't told us his decision yet, darling.
I can see it in your eyes. Look at me. You tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you're not going to arrest her.
This is probably the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my life, but I have no choice.
Mama, let's go. No,
Eden,
honey.
stop!
What are you gonna do, huh? You gonna shoot us? Just doing your job. Why don't you do your job, Cruz? Why don't you do your job?
Dare you say...
I will never forgive you for doing this.
Don't say that.
I mean it!
I will recommend the lightest charge possible. and I will do everything in my power to help you.
I can't believe you're doing this to me. I thought you loved me.
I do. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to speak with an attorney and to have an attorney present during questioning. If you so desire and cannot afford one, an attorney will be appointed for you without charge before questioning.
Hello?
Daddy? It's Eden. I'm calling you from the police station.
Police station?
Mom is being booked for murder.
Oh, no. Cruz did it? He actually did it?
I begged him not to, Daddy. But that's not important now. We gotta do something to help her.
All right, honey, don't worry. I'll get Jack Lee on the case right away. Now, you go back to Sophia and stay with her. Tell her that we're doing everything we possibly can. We'll have her out by noon.
I respect your views, Inspector, but I think you should know I intend to push for a much tougher charge at the arraignment than you're suggesting.
How much tougher?
I'm going for murder 1.
Oh, are you kidding? At the most, this was involuntary manslaughter. And there are enough extenuating circumstances to warrant asking for clemency.
This is clear-cut murder 1.
Tony, murder 1 demands premeditation. Now, give me a motive.
This is obviously the result of a long-standing, much-publicized Capwell-Lockridge feud. Now, I think C.C. and Sophia conspired to kill Lionel Lockridge, then trumped up C.C.'s story to get Sophia acquitted. Now, she was in disguise, right? She came into the house via the tunnels that connect the two houses. She'd already sent a message to Lionel Lockridge, which just happened to be delivered to Channing Jr. by mistake. She came in the night before to check out the lay of the land, and she happened to come across the gun. Now, I don't care what C.C. is claiming. I think Sophia loaded the gun the night before. Premeditated, cold-blooded murder. And if I can find any proof to prove that C.C. was involved in this, I'm going to haul him in, too, as an accessory to murder. In the meantime, I think you're doing a fine job for us. You know, there might even be a little promotion in this for you. Nice work, Inspector.
Hi. From what I overheard, the DA was congratulating you on a job well done.
Well, then apparently you missed the part where I tried to get him to produce the charge.
What is the charge?
It could be first-degree murder.
First-degree murder? Why? What kind of a sentence does that have?
Well, were you to be convicted, which I can't imagine happening, it could carry 25 years to life imprisonment.
I suppose we have you to thank for this. I hope you're happy. You're satisfied.
Eden, I didn't have a choice.
Of course not. Something that goes a little bit bigger than this, right? It's this mindless, slavish devotion to your work and duty. Well, I'll tell you something. I thank God that I didn't marry you. And I thank God that I'm not going to. Mama, it's going to be okay. I talked to Daddy, and he's going to get a hold of Jack Lee. And I'll check up on it because he should be here by now, okay?
Okay.
You need the best help available, and we're going to get it for you.
All right, honey.
Sophia, I'm so sorry. I want you to know I didn't want this. I just want you to understand.
Mama, don't listen to him. We are your family, and you need to rely on us. All right?